All right. Hey, everyone. I'm Ari from the business team here at Melingo AI. First of all, thank you all for joining us today. We truly appreciate your time. So the purpose of today's webinar is to discuss the differences between old chatbots that became super popular during the last few years and the new AI agents. We will focus on the evolution with emphasis on e-commerce sales. um, I promise that this won't be one of those boring corporate webinars where you zone out after a few minutes. We're gonna try to make it as fun as we can, interactive, and super relevant to how businesses sell online today. We're gonna start with a quick poll. It's gonna appear in the chat. Um, how many of you had a frustrating experience with a chatbot? Can see it up in your screen right now. So just for example, I've been through a lot of chatbots, asking simple questions like, do you have this in stock, for example, and getting a robotic, I'm sorry, I don't understand, or even worse than that. You get sucked into an endless loop of menus that lead to another menu that leads to another menu. We've all been there. So we're gonna let maybe 20 seconds for the answers, and we'll continue. So we got the answers. I think most of you had a bad experience in the last week. So that's kind of what we feel over here in the lingo. Um, so that's the thing. Basically, chatbots weren't really built to sell. They were built sort of as an advanced way to present Q&A, and they usually pass the time until a human representative becomes available to respond. That's exactly why we created something different, our AI sales agent. And today I'm going to show you how we're taking sales from the past into the future where AI can actually help close deals. So on today's agenda, first of all, I'll be explaining a bit about the differences between chatbots and AI agent, past versus the future. After that, Shani will tell us a little bit about the technicality behind the AI agent, excuse me. And after that, Asaf will talk a little bit about Melingo. We have around 100 participants right now, so feel free to shoot your questions in the chat. We'll try to reach all of the questions either during the webinar or towards the end. All right. So let's be real. Traditional chatbots are kind of like those old school answering machines from the 90s. You leave a message and you just hope somebody calls you back. They follow scripts, don't really understand the conversations, and most importantly, they don't know how to sell. Now, imagine a potential customer lands on your website interested in your products. A traditional chatbot might ask them to choose from a menu or leave an email for a follow-up, but in reality, the customer probably will abandon your website and go to the competition instead. Bottom line here is, old school chatbots don't move the needle. They answer, but they don't engage. I'm going to go over a few examples that we came across for chatbots, um, just to reflect how the market is looking like today. So we're going to start with PC Richard and Son. So you can see there's a chat on the left. We pressed it. When it comes up, it says, sorry, we are not online at the moment. That means that we are not within their operating hours. Um, so I'm not sure about the chances of, if we can't speak with them right now, I'm not sure about the chances of returning to the website again, and people will abandon eventually. Next up is Home Depot. As you can see, they also have a chatbot, virtual assistant. We said, hey there, looking for a refrigerator under the budget of 1,500. As we can see, it didn't get that and sent us to a menu. We were trying to look for a product availability, but unfortunately, it sent us to do the manual browsing ourselves. When this happens, usually the customers will abandon the website again. Moving on to Sharp, which is another major retailer that relies on rule-based chatbots, like you can see over here. It starts with getting your details. That's the first gate that will lose conversions right away. When we do get past that, see that we can start the chat. It's nice, it's Sharpie. We have a menu, but we can also write. So, hi there, I'm looking for a new refrigerator in the budget of $2,000. It wasn't able to find anything, as you can see. Would you like us to try again? Yes, we are writing again, maybe a different product, microwave purchase. Still wasn't able to find the match. Would you like to try again? Yes, we made it even easier for him and asked him just for a microwave. It wasn't able to find it, and we got disappointed and left, basically. So, um, again, probably it was a very long conversation until we uh, understood that we won't even get what we were looking for. Really bad customer experience, basically. Last but not least, H&M, which everybody here probably knows. So what happens here is they have an AI agent, friendly chatbot. I can give you answers to any frequently asked questions. It can also help in finding products. So we were looking for shorts, white shorts. Eventually, after going through this entire process, it sends us to look for it ourselves, basically sending us to the actual search that we can reach out to in the first landing page of H&M. So all of the chatbots that we just seen are reactive, not proactive. They don't engage, they don't sell, and worst of all, they frustrate potential buyers. That's a huge missed opportunity right here. Now, after going through these few examples of the past, let's leap into the future. And let's talk about how the chatbot should be an actual sales assistant that doesn't just answer questions, but drives revenue. And that's exactly what our AI agent does. The idea over here was to bring a physical store feeling to the e-commerce website. Just like when you enter a brick and mortar shop, you will usually be greeted and help will be suggested right away. The store agent will ask you for your preferences, budget, sizes, etc., and will suggest a few options according to them. That's exactly what we did with our sales agent. And that's what I'm about to show you. So this is our sales agent. As you can see, it greets the customer right away. And let's start conversing with him. So looking for a TV for my small living room that is 40 square feet. It Everything is connected. We are integrated into the catalog of Best Buy, so we will get the responses according to the products that they have, according to the technicalities that they understand. So it is worth mentioning that the agent is trained only on your unique data. And if I ask him any question that doesn't relate to your business, it will take me back to the flow that we started with. For example, if I asked it, what's the best PS5 game? I'll get an answer. That's a fantastic question. While I can't dive into game recommendation, I can definitely help you find a great TV to enhance your PS5 gaming and understands what I'm looking for. And that's how we're going to continue the conversation. Sure. Can you find me a TV that's good for gaming and streaming? Absolutely. It will ask me a few different questions to understand exactly what I'm looking for, sort of discovery questions. Over here, I can see budget, any specific features that you want, such as 4K. It suggested a 32 to 43 inches TV. I wanted something maybe bigger. I'd like to get 55-inch and larger. The budget is 3,000 and got to be high quality. That would probably be enough for him to give me a few different options. Let's see. Maybe he will ask me another question, but I think that it would probably show the different results. So let's give it a second. So we got a few options. We have them in two different views. One is a list that tells me everything I need to know about, give me a short summary about the different TVs. And we also have a carousel view with tiles over here. When I press on one of them, it will take me to the landing page for the purchase. All I have to do is add to cart, and that's it. Going back to the agent, as you can see, we have a few different TVs. So I can compare them using the agent, just if I don't know exactly what to look for or what to choose, compare 4 and 5. It will give me a comparison between both of them, but it will also give me a bottom line that will tell me the differences between them in a summary. So it compares them right now. The agent goes to its comparison abilities. And here's the comparison. A bit long, it became, but we have the summary over here. Hisense offers larger screen and more budget friendly. A few different reasons for me to get it. It shows me that it has OLED technologies. If I want to ask about what's OLED technologies, I can simply write it down. It will give me an answer. Um, when I tell him what I wanted to buy, let's say I'm gonna go with the Hisense. It will also offer me add-ons. So just over here, it shows me that you can add a wall mount, HDMI cable, maybe warranty. So everything is adjustable. We can also add, for example, a promotion code for the next purchase when they enter the website in a few more weeks and they come back. So we have all of those options. So basically, what you saw over here was an AI agent that specializes in sales and that can act as an actual salesperson. An agent that won't only react, but actively drives customers forward. It will understand the customer's needs and it will match them with the right products and ask questions to refine the results. The agent won't try to forward the conversation to a human being, but it will solve them with no human intervention 24/7 in all languages. When the agent won't have a clear answer, according to the data that we have, that the agent is trained on, then and only then it will transfer the conversation to a human being. So there won't be any wrong answers or how we call them in AI, hallucinations. On top of that, on top of what we just saw, we have your company will have access to the dashboard featuring BI and analytics. Providing valuable insights through graphs, charts, and statistics. I'll come up in a second. So we have this dashboard over here with everything that you need to know, basically. First of all, you can see how many conversations were held with the AI agent, how many times the widget button has been clicked. You can get your customer satisfaction rating according to the conversations that they have with the AI agent. We can understand the sentiment. And of course, you can see how many conversations were handled by the agent, how many were transferred to a human being, how many were handled within the first conversation. On top of that, you can see the entire conversation that your customers had with the agent and what products were suggested to them. Just for example, if I see here, I can see the entire conversation from A to Z. And I think most importantly is the sales insights. We categorize everything according to products. So over here, we can see that the most popular product is the headphones, after that, the TV. We can see the most viewed items and the most clicked items. And of course, we can act upon all of those insights. In terms of settings, we can change everything to be on brand. So colors, agent's name, welcome message, and of course, how the agent will present the different products. We can do it horizontal, vertical. We can choose the end message. More than that, the admin will have the opportunity to upload any data to the agent. It could be images, could be files, PDFs, documents, guides, whatever. Just for example, maybe store hours, branches, different return policies and delivery time frames. Everything will be uploaded and updated immediately. And the things that you'll upload to the platform will become the solutions and answers to your customers eventually. Going back. Another unique attribute that sets Melingo AI apart is our ability to seamlessly integrate the agent with e-commerce platforms such as Shopify, WooCommerce, Magento, Salesforce. We can integrate into CRMs, SQL databases, email systems, and omnichannel platforms. They will ensure smooth, unified experience, allowing businesses to maximize efficiency and maintain a consistent flow of data across all their systems. With that being said, I'm going to transfer the mic to our Shani to talk about what's under the hood. Take it away, Shani.
Thank you, Ari. Hi, everyone. My name is Shani Gerstein. I'm the VP of AI here at Melingo. And I'm excited to share what makes us and our AI technology truly special and what sets us apart in this rapidly evolving market. We all know that organizations today face real challenges when adopting AI. So the technology is evolving fast. What counts as advanced today might be outdated tomorrow or even in the next couple of hours. So we also know that the integration becomes more complex and there are constant concern about being locked into a single LLM vendor or platform. At the same time, of course, we all know about the security, compliance, scalability, that is go on and on. So the key question here is how can your business stay ahead, move fast, and stay in control? So we answer that with our platform. It builds on three key elements that you see here. And the first one is model flexibility. So unlike solutions that lock you into a single AI model, we support easy plug and play integration. With the leading LLMs, you can adopt the latest innovation as they come out to the market and switch between the models with our help without rebuilding the entire system. The next one is the custom control. So we are enabling a prompt engineering framework that will enable you to customize workflows and to match your exact business need. So you have the full ownership of the rules, the logic, and your data. And lastly, the enterprise ready. So we are designed to have a real world business need functionality. So our platform scales smoothly and securely across environments. It could be cloud deployment to offer fastest, easiest path to value, and also on-prem or private cloud deployment, sorry. So let's move on to the next one, please. Thank you. So we design our deployment options to give you exactly what you need without any sacrificing any capabilities. So it could be a cloud private or on-premise deployment, and you have the full power of the platform. So for the cloud deployment, of course, we are leveraging the platform's full capabilities without the overhead infrastructure management that we all know around the on-prem or private cloud. So let's go on to the next one, please. Yeah, so I want to talk about our multi-agent architecture, which is a big shift from traditional AI approaches. So instead of a single AI trying to do everything at once, our systems works like a team of specialists working together on each interaction. So the query router at the center works as a coordinator. It's sending the customer questions to the right combination of expert agents. So as Ari showed before, we have one agent that behind the scenes, of course, we have one agent that is taking care of the introduction, like small talk conversation, one agent that will search the actual and relevant product within the inventory. Another one will search the recommendation and help you decide. And we also have some comparison capabilities and of course helping you make the right choice. and get the order done. So this approach helps your sales agents in a several way, better accuracy and fewer hallucinations through the process, since every agent is very specified to its own task. Better customer experience, of course, with the faster answers. We don't need to run the whole flow. We can choose, the router agent can choose which agent is relevant to the need of the end user. So we provide faster help and better answers, and we are enabling smoother shopping experience. Thanks. So lastly, let's have another click, please. So just to highlight our technology and how it creates better conversation throughout two key elements. So the conversation proactivity. So while other solutions just wait for the user questions, we are proactively engaging each user. The system you saw it in the demo. The system guides customers naturally towards the best options. And the next one is the multi-agent architecture. Of course, we only saw a high-level version of it, but behind the scenes, different agents handle specific parts of the conversations. So your customers experience one smooth conversation with our specialized AI agent. And we deliver the best results with it's pretty similar to an expert sales teams that will help the customer in a physical store. So we briefly discussed the architecture. Thank you. And briefly discussed the architecture, and I'd like to hand over the mic to Asaf, our CEO.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us and stay so far in this webinar. And I'm seeing the amount of people who joined this webinar. It's really exciting time for all of us to develop and to market really this type of technology. And we can see definitely the buzz and the amount of interest of potential clients and partners with our solution. So thank you for that. I'm Asaf. I'm the Chief Revenue here in Melingo for the last 18 months, and I will take a little bit more of your time explaining exactly what else we can offer on top of the sales agent, and a little bit about us as Melingo as a company. So first of all, Melingo is a company that was founded 20 years ago. And so we have a lot of experience most of the time. And our experience was for developing NLP products and expertise, natural language processing, meaning in other words, allowing computers to understand what people write and to extract insights out of it. We dealt with, over the years, with entity extraction, extracting sentiment, intent, and a lot of other insights out of text and from databases for clients all over the world, in the United States, Europe, and of course in Israel. Us as a company, we are based here in Israel, but we are a subsidiary of Britannica, which is a US-based company, one of the oldest one in the US market, which is our parent company. And so I think that what it's really important to mention here is that in terms of connecting the understanding of what people write and to have a very fluent, free conversation is what makes us unique, on top of all other things that Shani and Ari mentioned. We talked a lot about the sales agent, really designed for discovery and get recommendation based on user preferences. On top of that, we can also do cross-sells and upsells for products and to guide the user towards purchasing a product other than abandon the cart or the website. As we can see that in the e-commerce vertical, the percentage of users who abandon the website without making any purchase sets on 98%. And that comes from Shopify and WooCommerce, different researches that they already conducted. And definitely we can see that unlike going into a physical store and having an experience of a physical human salesperson reaching out for us and ask exactly what we are looking for and what the proper budget and the preferences that we are interested with, the same experience can be added on the online e-commerce stores in order to reduce the overwhelming product fit that most of these websites are suffer from, which the users scroll endlessly in order to get the right product and then find themselves overwhelmed and not sure and get the right confidence between the differences of each one of the products, or understanding exactly if the one that they already put their eyes on is the right one. But once they finish and make that sale and purchase the product, we can have two other flavors of agent that now continue this entire customer lifecycle experience. One is the external use case, the service agent. You now have the ability to be trained on all of the existing internal company information, their manuals, their guides, their privacy policies, their return policy, all of the information that the company already trained the human contact center agent, for example, and answer those queries by themselves free as a free conversation on the website, on WhatsApp, on any type of omni-channel existing chatbot that already implemented, and get this experience also in terms of the service itself. So I'm purchasing a package and now I want to know exactly where is my package, or I got a damage on it and I want to return it. What can I do and who should I approach to? Those answers, of course, is pretty basic. And if you already have this information, we can definitely also shift into the knowledge agent, which is designed for the internal use case. Now for internally, for the company itself, if it's the contact center itself, where the agents want to make sure they have the proper information, they need now to go over many scripts or knowledge management systems, and sometimes the information spreads through different platforms, and they need now, once they are in the middle of a phone call with a customer, an angry customer, to understand exactly what is the right answer, the knowledge agent is the right solution for them. It can also be served as a help desk agent, and we have a few customers also that use it for technicians. So if we would like to book an appointment for a technician that will come to fix my electronic device, my machinery, they can be a tier 1 level of support that helps to understand exactly how to fix and how to identify the malfunction. Other than those three agents, we can definitely see that this market is changing rapidly. And we saw research made by Gartner, and of course, from talking with hundreds of potential customers in the United States and also in Europe, and of course here in Israel, we definitely can see that this issue is still not yet being solved at the proper way. In 2024, this market was valued in $5.1 billion, and you can see that this trajectory is expected to grow 10 times in 2030. And 1 year from now, 70% of all enterprises will be involved one way or another in a procurement process of AI agents. So now it's definitely the right time to onboard into this fast-growing movement. And you can see also that in terms of vertical, that Gartner also highlighted e-commerce as one of the verticals that's going to be affected the most from AI agents. And I urge you also to browse yourself and get also to different e-commerce websites out there that you're usually familiar and do your shopping with. And you can see that most, if not all of them, now deal with this issue, this pain, by putting live agents behind the chatbots to really help for the users, for the end users with discovery and get the recommendations they need in order to get the right product and to move into the shopping cart. So if it's enough pain for those companies to put a live agent that is only working on store working hours, if I'm entering the website at 6 p.m., I probably won't be able to get any response and any help. That's absurd in where we are at and what the technology can do for us at the moment. And this is the word that we are now trying to spread and what we are bringing to the table. So this is now the time for us to reply on some of the questions that I see that already pops up in our Q&A box. Feel free also to add anything that you would like. And thank you for the time.
Perfect. So I'm going to start with the first question. Does the sale agent cover common frequently asked questions, queries? Yes, of course. You simply either upload it to the platform or we can integrate into your website and get them off the website. Not a problem at all. One of the easiest uses that we can do with the AI agent. Pretty straightforward. I'm gonna give you the question, Asaf. What does the business model look like? How much does it cost?
All right. So first of all, the entire business model that we created for the AI agent here in Melingo is also pretty new in terms of what it brings to the table and how our competitors or similar products are creating as a business model. And it really, at the bottom line, talks only about the number of conversations that each one of the customers has. This is the only KPI that matters in order to create a quotation and to understand exactly what would be the price. We are only pricing the number of conversations. There is no any setup fee to integrate with the Shopify, WooCommerce, or any other e-commerce platform that the company is using. And we are doing it and training the agent itself with the specification that we are creating together with the client on how aggressive, how much empathetic he needs to be, for example. And it starts with a very low level of number of conversations. It can start with 100 conversations per month and goes up to 100,000 conversations, 1 million conversations per month. And that's the only number that is important. We are not limiting the length of each one of the conversations or each one of the messages until the end user gets his response and reply with the product that he would like to purchase. So it's pretty easy. And this is our basic business model.
Perfect. Now I'm going to take the next question from Michael. How does it handle personalized information and persona? For example, he says, if I own a soundbar by Sony, could it recommend different Sonys since that would be easier to integrate with the soundbar? Yes, of course. Like I showed with the agent already, it asks you discovery questions. It asks you, one of the questions that it asked was, do you have a specific brand in mind? So of course I would tell him, I have a soundbar of Sony. Do you have anything that integrates to it? It will be able to answer those answers according to the technical details that we have in the catalog. So of course we will be able to answer that according to the sort of different personalized information.
I would
About
also
the
like to add on on
Yeah,
top
go
of
ahead,
what
guys.
I just mentioned, that what you already saw in Best Buy account that we presented is a basic agent that's only integrated with the catalog of Best Buy. So we also able to integrate it with CRM platforms and also extract information about past purchases and past issues that already located in the CRM, and of course personal information, and accordingly to be able to reach out proactively to the user once he logged in or enter the agent and identify himself with the necessary information that is a combination from the CRM and the, the catalog of the website. So definitely yes is the answer.
Perfect. Thank you. Last question for today, guys. I'm gonna go to Asaf. Is it 100% white labeled, including CNAM, STMP, client dashboard, billing, etc.?
So it is white label, and it really depends on how we are, what is the type of widget that we need to put inside the website. For example, we have three types of ways to implement the agent in each one of our customers. The first is to use our widget that you already saw in Ari's presentation. You can customize the look and feel of the widget. Of course, the first and last messages, the colors, the logos, and so on. But it will show powered by Melingo at the bottom of the widget. Second option would be to integrate into an existing chatbot that or omni-channel platform, by the way. In that way, of course, it is 100% white label. And the third option is to get the product via API and to decide how and in which way you would like to create a UI that it will be reflected on. So those are the three options. The last two, of course, are fully white labeled. And in case of the first one, we're using our widget, it will show powered by Melingo at the bottom of the widget.
Thank you, Asaf. All right, guys, we're getting to the end. So I'm gonna just just close it
There's a
up.
surprise for those of you who managed to
Yeah, of
stay
course.
so
Thank
far.
you. Thank you very much, of course. So I'm gonna end it with a statement. Sales is involved is excuse me, sales is evolving. Businesses that rely on old school chatbots are leaving money on the table, while those using sales AI agents are closing more deals faster and around the clock. The question isn't if AI will take over online sales, it's when it's going to happen. And companies that will be the first early adapters will gain a huge advantage. Thank you very much for joining us today for you guys in the United States. We appreciate your time. And again, thank you very much.